That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Hey, about to go stupid again.
Yo, welcome back, Dub Sports. We're going to be covering some of the Week 5 action and getting ready for Week 6. As always, here with Chris. What's up, Chris? How's it going,
What's up, brother? What's up, man?
Good, man. Good. 3-0 this weekend in fantasy. It was a pretty good week. How about you?
Yeah, yep. 4-1. The one I did lose, I lost by 1 point.
There we go.
Love that. But yeah, no, it was a good week for sure, man. I think I had highest score in all of mine except one. And that one was the brutal one. Kareem, dude, literally just needed one more fucking point from Kareem, dude. Just one catch. That's anything, dude. But
he balled though. That dude balled out. You know, he looks like he's got that job on lock. Honestly, even when Pacheco gets back, he's looked better than Pacheco did.
Yeah, he looks great, dude. It makes me sad we didn't bring him back, dude. I always wondered why we didn't bring Flacco and Reem back. It makes no sense to me, but you know.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Either way, that's here nor there.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a good week in fantasy. I got another weekly winner.
There you go.
For those that get weekly winners.
I'm gonna get me one of them soon. Hopefully, I always get somebody right there with me every time I get close.
I got two in my other league, and it's at $30 each time. So I'm chopping away at that buy-in entry. That's for sure.
It's the way to do it, man. That's what you want to do is try to earn back at least some of your buy-in on those weeklies, man. Once you do that, you're like, hey, man, whatever happens. If you get close to it, you know, and you're like, hey, I only lost a couple bucks, wherever if you lose or whatever, you know what I mean? So It's the way to go for sure.
Definitely, man. So, I mean, just to go over Week 5 real quick, there was not a lot of injuries. You know what I mean? We're already at Tuesday, so everyone kind of already knows what's going on with the week. But there was no real injury except for the kicker injury with Moody. I got to replace him.
Aaron Jones is probably going to be out.
Oh, yeah.
That's a decent one. Yeah, Aaron Jones is going to be out.
It's not a long-term thing, though. So, I mean,
one or 2 weeks.
Yeah, and if you feel comfortable with Ty Chandler and it flex maybe, but hopefully you got a RB2 because Aaron Jones, no one drafted him to be like their guy anyway. He was probably a RB2 flex,
right?
Regardless, and Chandler, depending on matchup, could potentially fill that void. But we also got some bye weeks coming up. So, what you got going? How you getting ready for Week 6?
I don't have a lot of buys in a lot of my leagues this week.
I got Kyron and Williams in a couple.
We got a few decent teams with bye weeks this week. Was it Week 6, right? Week 6 buys?
Yeah, we're at Week 6. Yeah. So I mean, I got Kyron on a bye. That's my only main one, and then I got Moody out, so I'm gonna have to replace a kicker, and then obviously I'm already prepared. I think I'm gonna go with Bucky Irving as a replacement for Kyron this week. So
actually, I do have it'd be Justin Jefferson, I think, in a league out. I think that's it though. I think out of everybody, I think Justin Jefferson's the only one I have out this week, which is definitely a huge void to fill. But I think I got some guys I got on I might actually use my waiver in the 951 this week. So
speaking of waivers, dude, it's funny. I was talking to Eric on Sunday, and he was like, "I had to drop Wan'Dale." I'm like, "Bro," I was like, everyone's gonna be after him, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna use my waiver," and he's the number 2 waiver priority, so he should be able to get him back. But Wan'Dale's out there. There's some receivers out there, on the market. Let me take a look at the market.
Let's talk receivers, man.
Since we're on receivers, I mean, in ours, I don't know if Christian Watson's going to be back, but it seems like in most leagues, he's a guy that's available that you'll see at the top of the projections anyway, for whatever projections are worth. But Ray McLeod, Alan Lazard, Keon Coleman, these are the guys that are sitting at the top of my waivers. Keon Coleman is a guy I'm definitely avoiding this week. If you need a spot start, he might be a name. But he's going against the Jets, and the Jets are pretty stingy against wide receivers. They got 2 legit corners over there, and Josh Allen hasn't been throwing the ball too well the last couple of weeks. So I would definitely be staying away from him.
I think Tolbert's a good option. Tolbert's a great option.
Oh, dude, if he's available, If Jalen Tolbert's out, if he's available, then you got to pick him up.
You can go down to he's there.
He's gone in most leagues. Honestly, dude, Alec, remember we talked to when we were going in about that when Alec Pierce, I brought it up, he went off last week again. He
Yeah.
just doesn't get a lot of volume, but
Downs
he's a
is
big play
consistent.
guy.
If he's
Right.
there on
Downs
your,
is the guy.
he's consistent for sure.
Especially if Flacco's playing, then Downs is like flex all day, wide receiver 3 all day.
You know who I think is a must pick up until they pick somebody up, if you can get him, is Juju Smith-Schuster last night. Just showed right there, man. They need somebody,
Bro,
man. That man is.
No,
and
he
he's
looks
on.
good. And like,
He's available in a lot of leagues, if not all of them.
yeah,
So-
seriously. So like when we talked about like they're gonna use a committee over there, but the other guys, he's the most durable one, and he kind of plays that role. He's obviously not as good as Rashae Rice in that role, but he plays that role, as the next best off.
Yeah, he caught 7
Obviously,
for
so
8.
he's gonna be stepping up
7
and
for
filling
8
that
targets.
spot.
8 targets, 7 catches, 100.
That interception too was thrown to him on the goal line too. It could, potentially a touchdown on top of all the yards and catches. So yeah, he is assuming they don't pick anybody else up because they're going into a bye week. So they might, if they're going to do something, then
Right, this might be the
now
week to
here
do it
pretty soon is going to be the time. So, but either way, Juju obviously he has chemistry with Mahomes. So yeah, no, he's going to be a good one. And I don't know, you might not have to use a waiver because he's going into a bye week. So all the other guys, they need guys now for their bye weeks.
This week,
So
exactly.
if you're in a position to where you can like stash, then Juju I think is definitely worth the stash. And honestly, I'm probably gonna do that in my other league if I can anyway. We'll see.
Yeah. He's solid. He's definitely a solid pickup if you're not. I mean, some people might pick him up this week when he's available and just stash him. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're gonna use a waiver on it, but I mean he's solid.
If there's not a lot of other guys that are potential waiver worthy,
Right.
some of ours we don't use our waivers. We're pretty picky about it, but I mean he might be a one because there's not a lot of other guys out here the guys we just listed. They're not the guys you really want to. They're spot starts if you have to, emergency spot starts. If you have to, but they're not guys that you really want to use the waiver on.
Yeah.
If you
not
have the waiver priority.
guys that you're going to be able to have. Right.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yep. Oh, my bad. My son just texted me saying practice got canceled today, so I got a little extra time.
There you go.
But anyways, no. That as far as receivers, that goes receivers. Let's look at some running backs. I mean, Romeo Dubes. I don't know if Dubes. We keep going over that shit. I don't know how he, was a healthy scratch because he was
suspended.
worried about his role.
Detrimental to the team, right? Actually, detrimental to the team, right?
So I mean, how's that going to work? Is he going to be, squeaky tire?
I started Wicks too, man. I started Wicks thinking he was going to have a better weekend. This kind of didn't work.
Yeah, a lot of. I mean, and for those people, chiming in on our Facebook about Wicks only had 4 points. Yeah, I would have started him too. Everyone started him. Like he's coming off 13 targets.
Right.
Yeah, like come on now. And they were in a plus matchup. They just happened to have a lead most of the game and didn't have to throw as much. So anyway, but I would have started him. And if you have him, I'd still start him. Start watching him ball out this week.
He's a good flex spotter, wide receiver 3, I think, for right now.
If Dubs is throwing a fit and then Watson is hurt like always, he might be like him
low
and
end wide
Kraft.
receiver 2, right.
Kraft,
and Kraft.
And Wicks are 2 guys that are going to get like the bulk of the targets all of a sudden if that's the case. So
they throw the ball a lot in Green Bay. So,
but I actually think Dubs because he was I think most routes ran this season on the team. And I think second most targets on the team. So it's not like he wasn't getting used. They just, I think he was a little frustrated because he wasn't having a season. He probably had a contract year. He wants to ball out so he can get paid or something, But I mean, he was not having the year that he wants to have. But it's like, dude, Jordan Love is just getting back from injury. So now it's the time to ball out, if you ask me. So honestly, I might take a little flyer on him just because there is some upside there in that passing game. But anyways, let's get over the receivers here. Lazard, my boy Mooney, dude, it's funny how he's actually available. I've seen Darnell Mooney is actually available. I'm surprised he was available. We've been talking about him for weeks on this show. But if he's available, you better scoop him up real quick.
Absolutely, yeah. He's getting crazy targets, bro.
16 targets on Thursday.
Ridiculous, dude. Oh God. Yeah,
as far as running backs goes, oh my goodness, it's thick. The first one that comes to mind is going to be Tank Bigsby. He's the guy that everyone's talking about this week because he just flat out has been better than Etienne when they've been healthy. He's
going to take over that backfield.
He just looks better, dude. He just looks like a better running back, dude.
It's only a matter of time.
Etienne seems like a solid third down back, but it's not like he's going to die. Etienne's still going to have his moments because honestly, I feel like Jacksonville's going to be losing a lot, and if you save him for those third down situations, his fantasy value might actually go up because they were trying to use him as like a first, second down, a traditional RB1, and he just doesn't have that build. He's just not that guy.
To me,
He's
Tank's
no
the
freaking-
number one waiver wire. If you're gonna, I think if you're gonna use a waiver, I think Tank's the one, and I think he's gonna take up that backfield, and it's gonna be for the rest of the season.
He's gonna start getting more carries.
Too.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he's gonna end up getting more carries than he will down the stretch. So it definitely Tank Bigsby is one. I mean, jeez, got some slim pickings on our waivers, bro.
Tyrone Tracy, I picked him up. He's available in a lot. 77% of leagues he's available. Tyrone Tracy, fucking 19 carries, 130 yards. Singletary's banged up a little. I think he's a guy you can go for. Tyrone Tracy's available in most leagues. And I mean, a lot of people that had Devin Singletary probably scooped him up, when they had the chance, but he's available in a lot of leagues still. The weird thing was, I thought how the Patriots were talking about benching Ramondre. So I benched Ramondre too, and it was a fucking dumbass decision. I mean,
no shit.
So I mean, Gibson.
I picked up Gibson. He was averaging like 5 something on
I did too.
per carry on the season.
I didn't start him, but
I didn't start him either. I wanted to see it first, but I'm like, dude, I mean, if he's been outperforming him by that much, I'm like thinking, hey, he might be a new thing here. They made it sound like it, but of course, typical Patriots.
I think they wanted to give Ramondre that fucking boost that he needed, and
it worked.
I mean, he had it, yeah, and I think he's going to be good now. I mean, if you own Ramondre, you're happy about that for sure. But I would definitely, no matter what, if you have Ramondre and Antonio Gibson's available, stash him because you just don't know what's going to happen with that backfield. He's just good to have on your bench regardless case. I mean,
yeah, bro, it's tough, dude. Like, there's on my waivers in both my leagues, like, because Bigsby's not even available in my other league, and I got the Wilson, the Packers running back, like.
Yeah, he's available in 87%
Ezekiel
of leagues.
Elliott,
right. Most leagues,
these guys.
you're going to have guys that
Edwards.
are in leagues that are starting up leagues. So, like some of these guys that aren't available in our league, because I mean, we're in leagues that have been running for years. You know what I mean? So you got some of these other guys that are in these 2, 3, 4 first few years of their leagues. You're going to have a lot of these other guys available that aren't available in ours. Goodson's another one. Sermon didn't look that great. I mean, he had he had a touchdown. And I think his biggest thing was his catches, but Goodson to me looked better than Sermon. He's available in some leagues in case Taylor's out.
Roshan Johnson from the Bears.
Yeah, Roshan.
He's a guy. I think he scored a couple weeks in a row, so he's a potential guy.
Jalen Wright for the Dolphins.
Oh, I mean, they have a bye this week.
Yeah, but just a stash on your bench. He's somebody you could stash on your bench if you're able to get him. Not a waiver wire pickup, but somebody you could stash on your bench for sure.
Which, speaking of that, dude, if you're an H-Chan owner, you might be a little worried because he looked good. Freaking
Mostert.
And Mostert came back. He looked good. So, like H-Chan, and even H-Chan, dude, like that's all of a sudden going to be a committee there. If you're an H-Chan owner, you better hope to get back quick. Yeah.
Depressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Ty Chandler's not available in most leagues, but if he is, 72% of leagues he's available. So if Ty Chandler's available, you got him there. I'm not really impressed by him. That's going to be a 1 week back. That's just a handcuff for Aaron Jones. I mean,
but some of these guys that have buys or injuries, you might need a 1 week back, and he could potentially be your 1 week back.
And you already mentioned Emmanuel Wilson. I mean, like you said, he's not available in a lot of leagues. 87% he's available, but not in ours.
Quarterbacks. I mean, there's not. Who's on buys as far as QBs goes? Is there any big QBs? Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, Mahomes, but shit. I mean, don't even call him
who's not fantasy. Yeah, he's not fantasy relevant anyway.
Yeah, he's sucked so far this year, man. I know Trevor's pissed off about that, having him in our league.
Drake May's about to start, man. I wonder how he's going to do. I mean, look at the other rookies so far.
But Darnold's on a lot of waivers too here and there because his last week. I benched
him. But
people
picked him up.
People
picked him up, and they were using him, so he might need some replacements.
For sure.
But I mean, Drake, like I was saying, Drake May, another rookie. The other rookies, I mean, Bo Nix is 3-2, looked pretty good. Jaden Daniels is obviously fucking MVP, let alone rookie of the year. He might be the MVP front runner right now. That dude's balling.
Yeah, I got him
Caleb
and
Williams.
Lamar in the two quarterback league, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But Trevor Lawrence. What about Trevor Lawrence? He's available in some leagues.
Yeah, for a good reason. That fool's dog shit.
He sucks. Just as a fill-in, though, if you need somebody, he might be able to.
But I mean, like I was saying about Caleb, he's available right here, and he's available in a 2 quarterback league. And he's coming off a few good performances. He's starting to build. He's finally got Keenan Allen back. So he's finally got the full cast there, starting to get the running game going a little bit. So Caleb Williams, he's actually been coming on lately.
He's
playing against the Jaguars, who are like one one of the worst offensive lines. So if you got Mahomes, Trevor, and you need a quarterback because Baker got swooped up by Caleb Williams, I'll tell you right now, is going to be probably a good pickup for this week, for some of
He
those
runs the
guys
ball a little
that
bit too,
need
you know what I mean?
that need a spot start. Yeah, no, I think he's going to probably go for 20 plus against the Jaguars.
Take a streamer on Bo Nix, like you said too. Bo Nix is not a terrible start. He's getting better weekly too. You know what I mean?
All right, I was looking at the two QB league, and that one was rough pickings over there.
Yeah, that one you kind of almost have to stash a third running back or third quarterback just in case, man. Just make sure those two guys are.
But Caleb Williams, I mean, Jared Goff is actually available in our 951 league, and that game
right?
against the Cowboys could have some points. I know Justin Fields struggled a little bit, but Goff in that offense,
was a rainy
they score.
game. It was kind of a
they score a lot. So Goff could be a streaming
either
star
way. That's
potentially.
an indoor game. What was it in Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Goff's good.
Got Deshaun's on here with the green matchup, or we just can't never trust him.
He looks terrible. I was watching a read earlier today. My buddy shared of Amari and Judy on a crossing route, and it was such a simple pass there for him. He's not seeing it. And they did anonymously, which I think is a bitch move. I think just come out and say it. They said, I think it's something wrong with above his shoulders, his head. I mean, he's not there all the way. He's just not in it. And Stefanski, there was a fourth down that we wanted to go for it, and he was walking off the field. The chemistry with him at QB is not good with the Browns right now. And I think and not saying there's not other problems with him because, the receivers have had drops and shit, but it starts with that guy taking the snaps, dude. And if people don't like him, it's never going to work. It's the most important position in sports.
Yeah, but it's also like it's a team / organization thing. Like you can't. Like they made a decision. They should have made sure they checked with everyone before they signed that guy. Like,
for sure. Yeah, I mean it goes organization wise.
If you're gonna like have any conflict and everyone's not all in with this dude and supporting this dude because he's like you said above the shoulders, like he all of a sudden has doubt. He's not, he's been confident and great his whole life, and all of a sudden he goes through some adversity. People are talking shit on him. He's just known for like a meme now. Yeah, his confidence is going away, dude. And like, now his team's turning on him too. Like.
Yeah,
he's a lonely dude. Good thing he's got all that money at least.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on the Browns team, and it's there. It's just when there's no chemistry, you can have all the talent in the world. It don't fucking matter if there's no chemistry.
It's a team sport, man. It's the ultimate team
Yeah,
sport. Football,
absolutely.
There's nothing like you need everybody bought in. Offensive, defense,
53 guys
everybody.
on the team. So
yeah,
it's bad right now. And I think it starts like you said. I mean, ownership's big. Quarterback's big, but yeah, it's tough. But I mean, hey, you could use a flyer on him. He's a guy that runs the fucking ball, So I mean, he's gonna have his up and down games. This will be the other game. He was down last.
I think he's had like a 20-point game, like was it 2 weeks ago or whatever.
He bounces up and down.
He's got a good matchup.
Maybe he has his up this week.
Yeah. So as far as we'll wrap it up with quarterbacks.
Right.
I won't go too far into it. And tight ends, dude. On top of my tight end list, if you guys need a tight end for some of those, I mean, Kelsey's obviously on a bye, so there might be some people that need. You don't carry a lot of backup tight ends. I know I don't on my roster. So, but I mean, I actually spot started. Yeah, no shit. I spot started Tyler Conklin last week. We've been talking about him for a little while now. He's actually available
still in a lot of leagues still.
Yeah. And I mean, he's ranked tight end 15 right now. He hasn't scored a touchdown in like I think years, bro. It's been like I think a couple of years since he scored. He's on the field a lot, and he actually had an end zone target in London. Rogers stayed into some traffic. Yeah, and so I mean Conklin, he had like 11 points. He had like 11, 12 points. Yeah, like
that's solid out of your tight end. I'll take that every day of the week.
This year, I'll take that all day. So I started him last week, and it worked out. So he's a guy. Cade Otton coming back. Assuming Jalen McMillan is still out. Trey Palmer had a concussion, so depending on those guys, if they're back, honestly, I wouldn't bring him in.
Theo Johnson from the Giants, you can pick him up too. I think Theo Johnson from the Giants, he had a decent week. I think last week. I don't know if he's a rookie that they got over there, but I think he's starting to develop with Daniel Jones. He's somebody as a fill-in spot. Who was the Titans or the Giants tight end last year that was playing better than Waller? Do you remember who I'm talking about? He was their tight end last year.
Bellinger.
Yeah, Bellinger.
Like
yeah, he had a few good weeks here. Now he could be a fill-in for you. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is. That's it. Bellinger. Daniel Bellinger.
I think Bellinger. Yeah,
that's
maybe
it.
it's Bellinger.
No, I
because
think you got it.
Bellinger's on the Dodgers or was on the Dodgers. I think.
Shit. I mean, they're both white. They have the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. No shit, dude. Oh man. But as far as tight end, I'm just looking at these tight ends, bro,
There's
and there's
not a
fucking.
lot, dude. Our
I mean,
starters
hopefully
are not
anyone was
there,
able to
really.
pick up Kraft.
Yeah.
Hopefully anybody could pick up
40%
from
of the league,
Packers.
so he's taken up by a lot of people. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, if he's
now he is.
available, yeah, you better.
I
jump on
honestly,
him.
I think Evan Ingram, dude, just looking at him, he's at the top of the list. If he can finally get on the field,
Look what he's doing with
last year he
Strange.
balled.
Look what he's doing
Yeah,
with Strange, and he
with
likes Ingram
Strange. Yeah.
more. I mean, and
Yeah,
Ingram
so
is
it's
better.
just a matter, right?
So,
he's definitely better. He could play. So as long as
So,
he's actually healthy,
yep,
then I think Ingram, could be worth a flyer for sure.
for sure. I agree. Absolutely. Yeah, I think but yeah, like you said, tight ends are slim pickings. Tight end has become, like we talked about, a streaming position almost. Unless you got one of those guys, dude. Like you almost got to pick free agents,
Take over real
like
quick.
matchups.
My bad.
You're good, brother. Brian stepped away, but yeah, if you can honestly stick with flying a tight end, it's probably better than depending on a guy that you drafted later in the rounds. Obviously, somebody that you picked up in the first 5 rounds is going to be a guy that you're going to start, the whole time. But honestly, I mean, it's tough with those, and I think you're going to be, flying them just like you are your kickers and defense. So,
way to step up there, big dog. My bad.
You already know, brother. Hey,
had
things
to get
happen,
the door.
dog. You already know,
Had to get
man.
the door. No, because I keep the door open. My wife was gone picking up Christian, and I had to keep the door open because Luke's here. So in case I hear anything, I gotta, be right there to jump on. You know what I mean? Me and Dad duties first. But no, that about wraps up tight ends. That about wraps up waivers. I mean, defense. I mean, I'm streaming a defense.
Flyers,
I had the
dude.
Patriots last week, so
absolutely.
I actually picked up on Monday night for those who were still able. I scooped up the Eagles yesterday. I was like looking into it already because my matchup was already decided. So I started looking into next week, and then all of a sudden it's like green right there. I'm like, oh, what? I can fucking add these guys already. So
yeah, I got the Broncos, and they have the Chargers next week. Honestly, might just stream them again. Honestly,
dude,
they look good.
You see that white boy getting the interception?
First interception by a white cornerback in 20 years. I didn't think it was that crazy, dude. But then I seen that stat. I'm like, wow. Like
holding it down.
You don't see. I mean, maybe just white guys aren't that great at backstepping. I don't fucking know, dude.
Hey, chill, bro. Just choose other positions, okay? Oh man.
Yeah, hell of a pick, man. Yeah, I fuck with them. With some other good matchups, honestly, we could look
good
at
matchups. Texans, bro. I don't know unless you think Drake May, but Texans against the Patriots. That's like a good one. Then we've talked about all season. We've talked about following Will Levis around and the Titans because that dude's a turnover machine, and they're playing against the Colts. So the Colts to me are a streaming matchup.
Bears defense has been good in places, and they're facing the Jags. You said Bears already. Bears is a good one.
No, I haven't said them. I was actually thinking of my boys, the Buccaneers, with Derek Carr out.
Oh, yeah, they
might be with the actual. Might actually be even with Derek Carr in. Actually, piece of trash.
The other dude looked better than Derek. The little bit he was in there.
I know. I'm worried about that. I'm like, dude, don't watch him all of a sudden be better. We don't know anything about him. All of a sudden, he's gonna be running around doing some fucking crazy shit.
Just expect it. If it doesn't happen, you're like, all right, what was I talking about?
At least we knew Derek Carr was good for at least 1 or 2 interceptions a game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least one crybaby looking face a game. Like that's gonna suck not to see him at least.
Steelers defense is already rostered, I think, in every league. So I mean, that's not one you can.
As they should be. Like I didn't realize that, but they're freaking that's solid. And they're consistent too.
Yeah.
So.
I do.
But the Falcons play against the Panthers. There could be a safe option.
Defense too, man.
Yeah, but if you want a defense, you just don't want to get lit up. You don't want to be at like 5 or under. Honestly, 5 wouldn't even be the worst.
I'll take 5. I've had
you just don't want to be at. Yeah, you don't want to be
5.
negative. You don't want to be at 1 or 2. It just looks so depressing.
Yeah.
Seeing that if you can get between 7 to 15 fantasy points out of your
low scoring games. I mean, anything. I mean, look for games you think it's going to be low scoring games. Pick up that defense, even if you don't think they're going to.
Yeah, dude. I had freaking it was the Broncos and Jets. I had the Jets defense, and they had like 1 force from no sacks, just literally no stats the whole game until the very fucking end.
Probably had like 8 points or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
take that all day. Take that all day.
Exactly. So as far as defense, I mean, and then the kicker spot. Honestly, I got. You know what? I had Moody in some leagues, So there are some guys, you're gonna have to make some moves.
McLaughlin ate for me last week, man. That
Chase.
yeah, dude. Chase's he's eating, bro.
Yeah, I got a waiver in my Yahoo league for him. I'm not a waiver. I canceled that. I'm gonna see if he's there in the morning. To me, like I'm doing pretty good. I'm in pretty good shape, dude. So I'm like, do I really need to use a waiver? On this,
and he's
or I
ranked
might
number
need
4
it.
kicker right now too by Yahoo Sports right now, McLaughlin, dude. I mean, so he's gonna be like up there, dude, a lot, dude, because the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm sure others are gonna use the waiver. I probably
sure.
won't get him, but like I said, to me, like I'm gonna hang on to that waiver. Unless you're like in a position to where you need it, you gotta have it. Then, which some people are. Some people are struggling. Some people are 1-4. Some people are 0-5.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? If you are, for somebody, I 7-7 last year, won a championship. Like if you're 0-5, wait, that was week 5, right? So even if you're 0-5, you got to win 7 of 9. I mean, it's not like you got to go undefeated here, but
right.
Technically you're not, like most of them, if you are 0-5, maybe you got McCaffrey. He could manage your way, get through 1 week, 2 weeks, and all of a sudden you get him back, and who knows? You can make a little run here potentially.
But for sure.
But either way, dude, like to me, it's too early. Some of these dudes giving up already, and it's to me, it's way too early.
To be like almost 0-10 before I'm just done for.
Bro, I want to like just for that sake. I do, but I don't. But I want to be like, you know what? Let me just have the number 1 pick, and I feel like I could not have McCaffrey go down and still be able to survive. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too confident.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
There was actually a guy.
I started 0-3. I'm, like what the fuck?
There was a guy that did all waivers.
He
challenged himself and did all waivers, dude. And did all waivers, did a challenge for himself and did all waivers. And I think he traded for a couple guys or whatever, but it was crazy. His team was solid for all waiver pickups, dude. Solid.
Every week there's somebody at the top of the waivers, or every week there's somebody, as long as you're constantly managing, constantly adjusting, dude, you can get by. You don't want to keep playing Ezekiel Elliott or Mark Andrews. You can't
you don't want to play guys because their names are there. A lot of people will stick. It's crazy. This week I was real close to sitting Brandon Ayuk, and I'm like, no, give him another week, see what happens.
Good call.
Fucking went off, dude. So I mean, sometimes you gotta wait. But if it's somebody that is, just not producing or giving you anything, even games like we said, Mark Andrews, dude, was a premier tight end coming into the year, and he's fucking just not part of that offense, man. Like sometimes you gotta take the chances on other people, man. You really do.
I mean, look at names like Keenan Allen. He's a name.
I thought he was gonna be good this year.
He's a name that I'm, borderline thinking about dropping. I am thinking about dropping. Shit, like I think I might give him this week against the Jags. Just 1 more week against a good matchup, potentially some points in that game. So I'm going to give him another week, but just the targets aren't there. Week 1 when he was there, he had 11 targets. So I'm thinking, okay, that's going to be his guy.
For sure.
Out of everybody, I thought he was going to be the guy. He's the best route runner on the team, but it just hasn't been that way. Maybe it's the offense, whatever it is, but he's a guy you can't play him right now just because of his name. You definitely can't play him. So he's got to show something first.
Just because their name. Take that away from the show if you guys don't take away anything else.
Yes, and never give up.
Never surrender.
That's why we have weeklies, dog. It's another good thing, dude. Like there's most weeks seasons go 14 weeks, and we're in week 6, entering week 6. So we still got 8 weeks to go.
Yep.
So,
at least,
season,
hella season
you can
left.
get 4 weekly winners back, get that buy-in back, and all of a sudden, not lose out so much. So you never want to quit. Keep hanging in there. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube. Hang in there with that. Follow on Facebook too, because we're gonna be going live on Thursday. That's gonna be our thing now on. For those that haven't heard, we go live on our Facebook page on Thursday night. Come hang out with us. Come watch some Thursday night football. This week we got we got Niners and Seahawks this week. My brother, for those of you who don't know, a diehard Niner fan, so he might be joining, make a little special guest appearance this week, watching some Thursday night football. But it's fun, dude. It's fun. Like in the comment section is always going off, so we'll make sure we respond to you guys and have some interaction. Come hang out Thursday night. Al Michaels, he puts you guys to sleep. Don't listen to him. Yeah, listen to us. And follow on the Facebook, dude. We need you guys to follow on the Facebook
We need
page.
some follows. That
Dub
way we can start
Sports,
going live
Facebook.
on there, man. We need 12 more followers.
We're
Get your
close,
asses on
dude. We're right
follow
there.
us, dude.
We're right there. We're gonna start going live on that one. But
Instagram
for now,
too. Follow us on Instagram as well, boys.
yeah. But I mean, for now, we'll be live on Chris's personal Facebook, my personal Facebook. So we'll see you guys Thursday night. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, like the Facebook, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later, boys. Good luck this week.